while we are making a law to make voting compulsory, we should also make a law that will make the votes of citizens count. We must confine our debate to the subject matter. Mr. Speaker, with due respect, this debate, once again, is outside the scope.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to speak on this bill that I deem is a must for this House to support. Mr. Speaker, I speak to you not just as a member representing Mbitoli Keduru Federal Constituency of Imo State. Mr. Speaker, I speak to you as a Nigerian youth. I speak to you as someone that has gone through the electoral process, someone that has been sent by his people. And I believe that one of the pre-qualifications to run for any elective office is you must have your voter's card. I believe one of the pre-qualifications to have more youths in government and in offices is that you must be a registered voter and you must understand the system. If we do not mandate our citizens, our brothers and sisters to come out and try out the system by means of their right to vote, how do we encourage them to even come and join us in political offices?
Mr. Speaker, Eset is my name, speaking for the good people of Uyo who ran Nsiratai and Ibesiposutan Federal Constituency. The only state from Akwa Ibom State, the only state you can see in the Nigerian airspace flying. Mr. Speaker, while I thank you and other sponsors of this bill, that is a good bill, it's a wonderful one, but I have some reservations, Mr. Speaker. We are trying to put something on nothing. It's not the problem mandating citizens to vote. There is no problem making it compulsory for citizens to vote. But a situation where citizens have lost confidence in their vote, it becomes a problem, a very serious problem. And as such, Mr. Speaker, while we are making a law to make voting compulsory, we should also make a law that will make the votes of citizens count. The last election, Mr. Speaker, we can all say without shying from the truth, INEC chairman and all the INEC officers went around the country carrying out campaigns that their vote will count, giving all set of promises, and at the end, we saw something else. So while we are
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
The mandatory voting,
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
let us do the needful.
Where's the point of order?
Yes, please. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, our debates have rules. Mr. Speaker, these rules are found in Order 9. And it is these rules that will make us deliver on the subject matter the way the House expects us to talk when it comes to issues before the Parliament. This, again, is way outside the letters and the spirit of Order 9.1 sub 4. We must confine our debate to the subject matter. Mr. Speaker, with due respect, this debate, once again, is outside the scope of the expectation of Order 9.1 sub 4. So let us restrict ourselves. And if you can, Mr. Speaker, put the question.
A lot of time we keep talking about the 10th National Assembly being the worst assembly in the history of this country. But I think we should be talking about the individuals in this 10th National Assembly, because they are the ones that made up this 10th National Assembly. They are the ones that are making this 10th National Assembly to be the worst National Assembly in the history of this country. Aside a speaker who is a natural that I don't even hold in a high esteem, I've seen him come out countlessly to elegize the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, telling the Tinubu-led administration that the National Assembly will pass every bill that comes on the table. So I don't really hold him in high regard. I tend to place a little bit of high regard to this Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly, Benjamin Kalu, who is from Abia State, and because he's an Igbo man, because he looks young, because I see him like someone that is a bit intelligent, but it's obvious that he lacks all of this. He has none of this at all. Because how can somebody stand up to make the most valid point of the bill you're making and you're shutting down that person. You are talking of making voting compulsory in this country, and somebody is giving you the instance, the reason why people don't come out to vote. This is like putting the cart before the horse. You don't put the cart before the horse. The horse should be the one to drive the cart. Voting and to vote is a fundamental right of every citizen. Citizens are not compelled to go and vote because they know it is their right. Voting accords you the privilege, the opportunity to vote in leaders and representatives that will steer the affairs of the state. And in steering the affairs of the state, they bring development to the state. They represent the interests of the people. They make life better for the people. That is the formation of government. The sole reason why government is being instituted is to take care of the people, the will of the people. But here in Nigeria, government is no longer for the people. Government is for the leaders, the politicians. They have taken what belongs to the people and allocated it to themselves. What belongs to the people is not being given to the people, it's being given to the politicians. And the process of electing this representative has been nothing but disgraceful. It has been nothing but shambolic. Our election is not a true reflection of the will and aspiration of the people. The people go out to vote, but after voting, their vote will not count. The politicians will hire war chairs, we bribe INEC, we bribe the judiciary to make sure that they steal and consolidate power. This is what we've been experiencing in Nigeria over the years. The last election is a true reflection of why Nigerians don't go out to vote. If you look at the voting pattern in Nigeria, you will notice a sharp decline in the turnout of voters. In the 2011 presidential election, a total of 73 million eligible voters were recorded. 39 million turnout for that election. 39 million persons voted in the 2011 presidential election. In the 2015 presidential election, 67 million persons were recorded in that election as eligible voters. But 29 million persons voted in that election. 29 million persons voted in that election. The 2019 presidential election saw 82 million eligible voters in that election, but 28 million persons voted in that election. 28 million persons voted in that election. In the 2023 presidential election, we saw 93 million eligible voters that were recorded, but only 24 million persons voted in that election, the 2023 election. If you have to look at the percentage, that is just 26.7%. This is the least turnout we have ever experienced in this country. Now, you have to look at why are we having a decline in the turnout of eligible voters during election day. This is what we ought to be talking about. When you look at the 2011, 2015, 2019 presidential election, you will discover a significant rise in the increase of turnout from eligible voters. For instance, the 2011 presidential election, it was one that Nigerians were mostly excited, and Goodluck Ebele Jonathan won that election with high number of votes. The 2015 was between Goodluck Ebele Jonathan and President Muhammadu Buhari, and President Muhammadu Buhari won that election. Yes, that election was also one that Nigerians were excited. The 2019, after 4 years of APC misrule, after 4 years of mismanaging Nigeria economy, after 4 years of destroying Nigeria economy, Nigerians were tired. They wanted President Muhammadu Buhari to go. They came all out to vote in that election. Of course, there was a significant reduction in the turnout of voters in that election, but Nigerians still came out in their numbers to vote in that election. And that election was rigged in favor of President Muhammadu Buhari. The last election we just recorded, Nigerians were excited to vote at APC, but the turnout was low. It was low. It was the lowest we have ever recorded in this country. Why? Because people are beginning to lose faith in government. People are beginning to lose faith in the institution that conducts election. INEC over the time has lost credibility. Even to give permanent voters cards to eligible voters is becoming a problem. It's becoming a Herculean tax to INEC. INEC cannot properly allocate voters cards to people that we want to vote in an election. How do you expect the people to have trust in INEC? You hear Nigerians keep saying that their votes do not count because what they vote during election day is not what is being announced. And the last election we just experienced, the 2023 election, was one that left a sore taste on the lips of Nigerians. Nigerians went all out to vote for their preferred candidate, one whom they believe has the capacity, the expertise, the competence to lead Nigeria out of the woods, to transform Nigeria. They excitedly went to vote on the day of the election, but surprisingly, it was announced that the same INEC who has promised that this election will be transmitted in real time to the IRF is announcing today that there has been a glitch, meaning this election will not be transmitted in real time, meaning there is not going to be electronic transmission of result. And the announcement of Bola Ahmed Tinubu raised a lot of doubt. Nigerians believe that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not a true reflection of who they want. Nigerians believe that they did not vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. When you even look at the number that Bola Ahmed Tinubu got in that election, it will show you that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not the true choice of the people. It's not a popular choice of the people. The 2023 election is one that completely destroyed the little faith that Nigerians has in our institution. And rather than trying to fix that broken trust that Nigerian has on the institution, you are passing a bill to compel Nigerians to go and vote. Have Nigerians not been voting before? Nigerians have been voting before. But what we are saying is that our institutions are not credible enough to count our vote. Our institutions are not credible enough to give us the true reflection of what we voted for. The technology that is being put in place to ensure that our vote count is being compromised, is being manipulated. This is what you should fix. You should promise Nigerians that anyone that manipulates the technology that is needed to ensure a true reflection of the vote cast by the people will go to jail. You should ensure that the people that has manipulated and broken the trust of Nigerians before are sent to jail. People should be meant to pay for the crime they commit in this country. The people that committed the last political coup in the 2023 presidential election should have been behind bars. This is how you build trust and confidence with the people. This is how you tell the people, yeah, come out, vote. Your vote will be counted. Nobody will tamper with your vote. You have not fixed that. And you're passing a law, a bill that will compel people to go and vote. You cannot compel people to go and vote. You put the right mechanism in place. You allow the will, aspiration, and vote of the people to be recognized. This is what we give the people confidence to come out and vote in the next election. Not when their trust is being broken and you want to force them to come out and vote. This is just like putting the cart before the horse. You are doing the wrong thing. It's going to be null and void. It's going to be effort in futility. You are wasting the precious times of Nigerians. Rather than formulating laws, electoral reforms that will make our elections stronger, you are there passing bills that are inconsequential, bills that will not even strengthen our electoral reforms. Of what use is forcing people to come out to vote when that vote will be manipulated, when the elections will be rigged, when INEC can still be compromised, when the judiciary can still be compromised? Of what use is that bill? I wonder the kind of people we have on the floor of the National Assembly. I wonder what they are doing. These people are doing absolutely nothing. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.